To get an answer, we have to look at the data. And there's this major working paper from the World Inequality Lab that did a super deep dive. They looked at 150 years of economic history across 18 countries to see if there's a real link between wealth inequality and financial crises.
The big idea they tested is called the inequality crisis nexus. See, for a long time, people studied how a crisis causes more inequality. This paper flips that whole script and asks, can rising inequality actually predict a crisis before it even happens?
And the answer from the data is a pretty loud yes. The study found that when the wealth share of the top 1% goes up by a noticeable amount, statisticians would call it a standard deviation, it's linked to a 3 to 8 percentage point increase in the probability of a financial crisis. That is a huge, statistically significant early warning signal. So how does this actually happen? Well, the paper lays out a pretty clear path. As wealth gets concentrated at the very top, that giant pool of money has to go somewhere to get a return. The wealthiest investors are often more willing to take on risks, so they pour money into riskier assets. This flood of cash inflates prices, and that's how you get bubbles in things like stocks or real estate. And eventually, as we all know too well, bubbles burst, and that triggers a wider financial crisis.
Now, what's really crucial to get here is the timing. This isn't something that happens overnight. The research shows that while a credit boom might signal danger for the next year, a rise in wealth concentration is more like a slow-burning fuse. It takes a couple of years for that instability to really build up in the system, which makes it a really powerful but often ignored early warning.